June 9th of 1995 will be 30 years that the foundation has been going. We started because a little girl named Morgan Nick, she was 6 years old at the time, she and her mother went to watch a friend play baseball one summer evening, and while they were there, Morgan and two other little kids went off to the side. They were just a couple of yards away from their parents. Their parents could see them, and they were playing. They were actually chasing fireflies. And while they were doing that, Morgan was kidnapped. A huge investigation took place. It is actually the largest investigation the state of Arkansas has ever known. During that first year that Morgan went missing, her mom, Colleen, realized that Arkansas did not have an organization that worked with families who had missing or abducted children. She never wanted that to happen to another child again. She wanted all kids to be safe, and she never wanted a family to have to go through that. But if they did, she wanted them to have help. We have 3 initiatives. We work with law enforcement. We work with families to help find and bring home missing and abducted children. Secondly, we do a lot of education. Today, though, some of the biggest concerns we have for kids and safety is internet. So on average today, kids get their first cell phone at 4. It should be shocking. I hope that shocks you for the rest of your life, and when you have kids, I hope you don't do that, because it's very dangerous. 4 years old. How old do you think kids are when they are online regularly? 78% of all 3-year-olds are online daily. So this is happening younger and younger and younger. Guys, this is just a small computer, right? This is just an even smaller computer, and they get even smaller than that. This is 6 times greater technology than it took us to put someone on the moon. And we are giving it to 3 and 4-year-olds. And I'm guessing if you factored in things like iPads, that age would go down to a probably average of a 2-year-old. And we're handing them to 3 and 4-year-olds, but we're not really equipping them with the dangers that come with that. Every year in the United States, just here in the U.S., more than 800,000 children are reported missing every year. So we have to change the focus of what you guys are experiencing and also the decisions that you make to stay safe. But what this kind of looks like beginning, we have who we call predators. So an internet predator is someone that might want to harm you. Here's the thing, guys. What you need to understand is you're an extremely valuable quantity. They can make a lot of money off of you in multiple ways. These predators have an easy target by using the internet because they can be anybody they want to be, and you don't know, you can't prove it any different. Just because they tell you, oh, I'm a kid that goes to school at, wherever, that doesn't mean it's true. Oh, but they have a picture, they definitely look like a kid in their profile picture. Well, again, they can get a picture from anywhere. Online gaming is one of the #1 places these predators hang out. And when you're gaming, you don't realize how much information that you share with somebody and you have no intention of doing it. You guys all know not to share your private information and stuff, but you do it anyway, unknowingly. And it's a really easy time for somebody to ask you questions. You get somebody that says, oh man, you're really good. Have you been playing this for a long time? Well, no, I just started playing at Christmas when I got the game, so it hasn't been that long. Oh yeah? How old are you anyway? Oh yeah, I'm 13. Oh yeah, you're really good for a 13-year-old. That's awesome. Hey, you think you'd want to get together tomorrow at the same time and play? I can't. I can only play until 5, and then when my mom gets home, I have to go do my homework. I can't play anymore. Well, now you've just told them you're at home alone till 5. So then if they say, okay, well, how about we play, again on Thursday? Oh, I can't. I've got baseball practice Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you're giving information unknowingly. a lot of times. And it's the same thing on any other app, but definitely gaming, you're distracted, so it makes it a little bit easier. So these predators, they are searching kids out. You know, you may be on Instagram or something. You may post a picture and they may just like it. And you know, after a while, I know girls in particular, you know, they'll be telling their best friend, oh my gosh, this guy Mike, he likes everything I post. So I went to his page and I looked him up and he's cute. And before you know it, like, you're impressed, you're checking them out, you're like, oh, okay. And after a while, you almost kind of think you know this person. And then once they do that and they kind of start connecting you, that's when things really kind of start to turn around. Sometimes they send gifts. Sometimes these predators send kids a burner phone or a track phone. And now your parents don't have to know when you're talking to them. Your friends might not know, because you know, if you have a really good friend, they're going to tell you like, you're being stupid, this is not right, you shouldn't be talking to this person. So you may not want to tell them what's going on either. You don't have to share your personal information for me to get it all. I can get everybody in this room's personal information and you don't have to tell me a thing. I can get your name, your phone number, your birth date, your address, and you don't have, not just you, but everybody that lives with you. Why? Because it's all public information on the internet. They piece together, oh, this person, that must be a friend. Oh, here we go. This is probably their mom. That's their dad. Okay, they play basketball. She does cheerleading on weekends competitively. And they're putting the pieces together and they're literally taking notes. And they're not only doing that to you, they're doing it to 200 other kids at the same time, and they've got 5,000 kids in a file on a computer that they're waiting to get information on. Again, why would they do all this? They can make money off of you. So how do they make money? Well, because they go through this process that we call grooming, and then they kind of start to isolate you. They often use what we call coercion. They may send you inappropriate pictures, inappropriate memes, and eventually they ask you for that stuff back. It's called sexting. It's sending inappropriate pictures or language. This predator will use that picture and they'll blackmail you. That's a really scary thing. And kids end up sending more because they just want it to go away. They're hoping that'll make it stop. They use that blackmail often to make money. If you're doing this stuff, it says to a predator, here's a kid willing to do things they aren't supposed to. That's perfect because they're going to get you to do things you're not supposed to. We often want to hide it. We lie about it because we're too scared and we don't want to get in trouble. They're counting on that too. The other thing that it says to these predators is if you're doing the stuff you're not supposed to online, you're probably not being very well supervised online. And that's perfect for them because they don't want you to be supervised. If that's happening to someone, that's also considered sex trafficking. Trafficking is where you use force, fraud, or coercion. Another thing that these predators like to do is they go through your social media, your internet stuff, and they find pictures of you and they download them and they Photoshop really disgusting things and they sell them online. They sell them to predators, pedophiles, people who like kids. And you may never know it, but that picture may be out there floating around for the rest of your life. What I want you to understand, trafficking is a $32 billion a year industry. It is second only to the sale of illegal drugs because so much of it happens and starts on the internet. So when we say to you guys, we want you to know how to be safe online, how to make good decisions when you're on the internet, that's what we mean. Because you can open yourself up to these predators who can do anything from blackmailing you for money all the way to trafficking you.